It's no secret. People find pensions difficult and boring. The UK government introduced automatic enrolment into workplace pensions as a way to get around the inertia on saving, and it worked. Millions more people are now saving in the UK as a result. The problem is how to move from people saving something to people saving enough to ensure a decent standard of living in old age. Automatic enrolment risks lulling people into a false sense of security, that their retirement planning is all covered. In truth, for many, there's still a big savings gap if they're to have an adequate income in retirement. Building for retirement from an early age makes a big difference. Someone who starts saving at 25 can build a pension pot twice the size of someone who doesn't start to save until they're 35. Figures show that amongst the youngest cohort of savers, aged 22 to 29, 36% are under-saving. These millennials face many other pressures on their paychecks, but they're also the people who have the time left in their working lives to close the savings gap. So what can be done to entice people to save more and earlier? The government's plan to raise the minimum contribution levels into workplace pensions is a great start. But even those higher minimum levels will leave people with a way to climb to the 12 or even 15% they are generally advised to save. The question is, how can we motivate people onwards with their pensions? Our suggestion is that government and the pensions industry should help people relate emotionally with pensions, so that people feel better about saving and value it more. Then, when minimum contributions rise, people will see the point of their pension and keep on saving, even if it hurts more than it used to. They may even start putting more money into their pensions out of choice. We need a culture of engaged savers, where people feel empowered, positive and in control. But how do we get there? Let's talk to savers about the things they say they care about. 68% of younger savers say it's important to use their savings for the good of society and the wider world. 86% of younger savers support sustainable investment of their pension savings. And 84% of savers would prefer a pension that uses its investments to encourage responsible business practices. If millennials can follow the journey of their savings and where it makes an impact, they can begin to connect with their pension on an emotional level. Telling them that their pensions are invested in the world around them and how their pension providers can influence that world could switch them on. Letting them know that their providers pushed for fairer wages in high street companies, ended the use of sweatshops in supply chains, prevented drilling for oil in fragile ecosystems, or showed them the solar energy farms their money helped to build. This creates the sense that they are making a difference today, long before they retire. It helps them feel connected to their money. Communication technique is another big piece of this. People expect information to be available digitally, and younger generations rely on online sources more and more. As we know, this makes them increasingly responsive to social norms and peer pressure. The pensions industry needs to move beyond dry and technical annual statements, instead using the platforms people prefer to switch them onto the power of saving. Apps and visual digital communication should be the norm. Messaging can easily and cheaply be personalised to reflect each saver's interests and preferences. There's a big opportunity to motivate people to take ownership of their pensions. Share Action's full report outlines a number of ways that policymakers and the pensions industry can make engagement and greater saving their goal. Let's switch on the next generation to the importance of savings by speaking their language. The prize could be higher saving rates and more impactful pensions.